दावा ठोका अगर मैं बोल सकता हूँ, और वो आज की डेट में देखिए परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं। मतलब मेरा जायज़ नहीं रहेगा उन प्लेयर्स के नाम लेना, बट बहुत सारे प्लेयर्स हैं फ्रॉम बैटिंग, बॉलिंग, लेगीज टू विकेट की। आपने बात करी पिच की, एज रेगुलर नॉर्म्स एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन का पिच और प्लेइंग कंडीशन में कोई कंट्रीब्यूशन नहीं होता, ना कोई इनपुट होता है, ना इन्फॉर्मेशन रहती है। आपने बात करी हाईएस्ट पार्टनरशिप की, 6 छक्कों की, हाईएस्ट रन्स की, मैक्सिमम सिक्सेस की।
आज शुरू किया था, आज कितना मुतमईन है, थोड़ा सा बताइए सर।
देखिए, आज एक बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट डे है। आपने देखा कि दिन में विमेंस का जो दिल्ली प्रीमियर लीग का फाइनल हुआ है, उसमें एक बड़ा अच्छा मैच हुआ जो कि लास्ट ओवर तक गया। साउथ दिल्ली वर्सेस नॉर्थ दिल्ली विजेरा फर्स्ट एडिशन का विमेंस साइड पे। आपने देखा कि एक प्लेयर जिसने 100 रन बनाए, मेडन सेंचुरी बनाई विमेन साइड की, उपासना यादव ने, नॉट एन एक्टिव स्टेट रिप्रेजेंटेटिव इन द डोमेस्टिक सीजन, पर टैलेंट है, जो पर्पस है, एक प्लेटफॉर्म है और उसमें जो टैलेंट प्रोजेक्ट कर सकता है और अपनी परफॉर्मेंस दिखा सकता है, उनको एक महत्वपूर्ण अपॉर्चुनिटी मिली है वो टैलेंट शोकेस करने के, और आज आपने वो विमेंस गेम में ज़रूर देखा।
Talking about the DPL, this is a platform, as you mentioned, for the youngsters. Also, those who have been, in the domestic circle doing well. Someone like a senior player like Himmat Singh. There are a lot of other players like IPL players like Anuj Rawat, Ayush Badoni. They have been performing very well. Is this an indicative of the fact that the Delhi cricket is vibrant and they can produce a lot of players for India to represent in the international stage as well as IPL?
See, let's be very clear. It's an opportunity where if a player has the potential to showcase the talent, they will. The senior players that you're talking about, be Ayush Badoni, Anuj Rawat, Himmat Singh, who's the captain in the Ranji season, captain of the team in the last domestic season. These are all senior players of the team, and it is important for them to nurture talent. They are teammates and leading teams and a part of a squad where majority of people are youngsters who are normally not in the same playing squad with them. Sharing of dressing rooms with senior players with experience is a learning curve also for the youngsters that are coming up. Today, when you see these players showcasing their talent, it's not just talent for the state, but it's also for the zone. When it comes by, since the Dilip Trophy is going on, you see that there are 4 squads that are participating. There's no zonal system, but there are 4 teams there's an India A, B, C, D, and what you see is a very mixed team with great potential to represent the country in the future. So what we are looking here is that streamline the process of the state in a manner where the best cricketing brides of the future go on to represent the country.
ये सवाल कि जैसे आपने DPL शुरुआत की, जाहिर है कुछ नए चेहरे भी इसमें खोजने होंगे, देखने होंगे, कुछ नए चेहरे आपको लगे क्या जिसने आपको प्रभावित किया, जो बहुत लगा कि हाँ यार वाकई इसमें है कुछ
some of the new talents that you...
देखिए, बहुत सारे ऐसे प्लेयर्स हैं जो कि आपका DDCA लीग से खेलते हैं, अलग अलग क्लब से खेलते हैं, परफॉर्मेंस के बेस पे वो किसी टीम में सिलेक्ट हुए हैं, किसी फ्रेंचाइजी ने उन पे अपना दावा ठोका अगर मैं बोल सकता हूँ, और वो आज की डेट में देखिए परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं। मतलब मेरा जायज़ नहीं रहेगा उन प्लेयर्स के नाम लेना, बट बहुत सारे प्लेयर्स हैं फ्रॉम बैटिंग, बॉलिंग, लेगीज टू विकेट कीपर कम बैट्समैन, जो कि अपना एक मार्क बना रहे हैं। आप सीजन्ड प्लेयर्स हैं जो आपके स्टेट रिप्रेजेंटिंग प्लेयर्स हैं, उनको आप छोड़िए। जिन प्लेयर्स ने आज की डेट में किसी स्टेट टूर्नामेंट में रिप्रेजेंट नहीं किया, आप उनको देखिए तो आपको खुद वो डेटा स्टैटिस्टिक्स बेस्ड ऑन परफॉर्मेंस दिखेगा, और उनके लिए ये एक बेहतरीन मौका है आगे जाने का।
धनाधन क्रिकेट देखने को मिली, 6 छक्के भी देखने को मिले, 300 पार रन भी देखने को मिले, तो क्या बहुत तेज क्रिकेट DPL में देखने को मिली? पिच के बारे में थोड़ा सा बताएं। पिच की सभी तारीफ कर रहे हैं, बहुत अच्छा क्यूरेटर ने पिच बनाई है।
देखिए, आज 40वीं गेम है दिल्ली प्रीमियर लीग की। 33 मेन गेम हुई हैं, 7 विमेन गेम हुई है, 2 या 3 मेंस गेम वॉश आउट हुई थी, 2 गेम्स, एंड 1 गेम विमेन की वॉश आउट हुई थी। टोटल 37 गेम्स खेली गई हैं। और आप देखिए 23 दिन के पीरियड में हुआ है. सारा श्रेय ग्राउंड स्टाफ को अंडर क्यूरेटर जाता है अंकित. बेहतरीन प्लेइंग कंडीशंस, आउटफील्ड, ग्राउंड, पिच, पूरे इकोसिस्टम में जो एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन का रोल रहता है टू रन द शो इज़ वेरी हाई. There are people who don't go home, they are working 24/7 to make sure that this tournament is completed successfully. आपने बात करी पिच की. As regular norms, एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन का पिच और प्लेइंग कंडीशन में कोई कंट्रीब्यूशन नहीं होता, ना कोई इनपुट होता है, ना इंफॉर्मेशन रहती है. I would know which pitch is being used when a toss happens as to where the markings are drawn by the referees and the umpires. Those standards of secrecy, exclusivity are maintained, which is the curator's domain. उसमें हमारा कोई रोल नहीं है, कोई योगदान नहीं है. आपने बात करी टैलेंट की, आपने बात करी हाईएस्ट पार्टनरशिप की, 6 छक्कों की, हाईएस्ट रन्स की, मैक्सिमम सिक्सेस की. ये एक बड़ा अच्छा साइन है कि आपका टूर्नामेंट का क्या टैलेंट पूल है, क्या पोटेंशियल है कि आप रिकॉर्ड्स बना रहे हैं, रिकॉर्ड्स ब्रेक कर रहे हैं. और ये चीज़ें अब एक हिस्ट्री बुक में दर्ज करी गई हैं जो कि फ्यूचर में किसी और देश में, विदेश में, या हमारे देश में किसी और स्टेट में हिंदुस्तान के किसी T20 फॉर्मेट गेम में कभी ना कभी तोड़ी जाएंगी.
Just asking about the crowd that has come in today and the number of games that has happened, 40 games, the crowd was healthy. What are your plans for the next season now? What are you looking forward to?
See, I can only say one thing. This is not just my individual role. It's a role of the governing council, which is headed by a retired former bureaucrat. The assistant league commissioner and the league commissioner are the ones who call the shots. There's a working committee which deals with the execution part of it. So I'm absolutely clear that the season 2, whenever it happens next year, will be better. We had a shorter window to arrange this. We did this in about 50 days. Next year would obviously be bigger, better. We will make sure that if any shortcomings that are duly identified in this season will be rectified and improved upon to make sure that the standards which have been set in this season are only improved on in the next season.
Any chance of increasing the teams from 6 to say 7, 8?
See, it's too soon to say on anything. That's a call that will be taken with the all stakeholders concerned, and only then it will be done. It's not fair to decide on something today. With due time, after reviewing how the season's gone by, there will be a consultation process, and thereafter we'll decide on what needs to be done for the future.
This time
next
it was
season.
draft. Next time would it be auction?
Most likely.
Sir, you talked about the shortcomings. One minor hiccup was that the semi-final was washed out. Is there a chance that we can see?
Please understand, those are things you cannot humanly be possible to have reserve days for every game that is being done. You would see then a 40-day game being run for another 80 days, which is about 2.5 months. It's humanly impossible to do that. But what is being done is we're trying to follow the IPL format through and through. Because of the narrow window on broadcast, the short time, we have done whatever the best we could. There was obviously a reserve day kept for the final game in case there was a rain issue today. We would have obviously had Monday, which is tomorrow, as a reserve day to make sure the games are hosted. Barring that, if there was a hiccup on the semi-final and there was a hiccup in one of the league games, the last league game 3 days ago of the rain, I don't know whether league games can be looked into, but whatever the rules permit us as per the referee's recommendations and the regular international norms, we're going to follow them to the T.
Next
My
year
question was
also.
about the
Window.
reschedule, the window. Will it be like changed from the rainy season to an earlier period?
See, let's be very clear, the permission that comes through is a 3-month permission from June 15th to September 15th normally. So it can only be done within that window. There is no other option.
अगले IPL में DPL में कुछ बदलाव देखने को मिल सकता है?
देखिए, बदलाव तो नहीं, आपने एक स्टैंडर्ड देखा, उसको इम्प्रूव करेंगे. किस
मेरे कहने का मतलब कि कुछ स्टार खिलाड़ी और ऐड ऑन हों या
देखिए, अगर कोई स्टार खिलाड़ी तब तक इंडिया स्क्वाड पहुंच गया और स्टार बन गया तो जरूर खेलेंगे.
DPL first season, since the first season culminates today, where will you keep this DPL among all the other state leagues that are happening? I mean, Bengal.
See, that is not fair. See, Bengal is a very good league. TNPL is I would say the front runner since more than a decade. It is not fair for me to comment on some other league or on the same or on Delhi Premier League, because for me, personally speaking, they're all at par and they all have a common goal on how to function and how the net result has to be on a similar parity, and it's not fair for me to compare a product that we've created with some other state's product.
शो में देखा गया दर्शक कम आ रहे थे, लेकिन जैसे जैसे लीग बड़ी दर्शक आना
देखिए आप समझिए, पहले जब शो शुरू होता है, when this was in the first week, opening day was good, weekend was good, during the week आपने देखा कि spectators कम थे. हम lowest we were doing is around 3,000. After about 5 days of the commencement, हमने देखा कि ये number बढ़ रहा है. During day games we were doing about 5,000. During the evening games we were doing about 8-10,000. आप आज देखिए, आज today is the highest number turnout. So from club cricketers to the avid fans who love the game, you're seeing that out response because you're seeing good quality cricket which has come up, and you could only notice this with the sheer talent that is being presented over here.
Sir, any data about the sale tickets or the complimentary?
See, all those things will be coming out. See, there is no data on sales and complimentary. There's a principle that is followed as per the practice and procedure of the association, which is always followed, be domestic, be international, be any other game.
कोई मैसेज आपका दिल्ली वालों के लिए आगे के लिए?
Sir, Delhi Premier League won a domestic title since 2018. The crop of players unearthed. Can we see at least them coming close to a wide world tournament?
देखिए, those players who are performing well will be duly considered by the selectors. It's not something in which the management is supposed to interfere in, but obviously the selectors would be aware on what pool to be looked into, and it's always our desire to make sure that trophies do come home. So it's our goal to make sure that we win tournaments in the domestic season.